Section 94 of the Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, translated by Courtney Langdon. This Librivox recording is in the public domain. Paradiso, Canto 27, the 8th or starry heaven. St. Peter's invective. The 9th heaven. Primum mobile. The angelic hierarchies.
All paradise in such a way began that its sweet song intoxicated me. What I was seeing seemed to me a smile as of the universe, for through both sight and hearing my intoxication entered. O joy, O gladness inexpressible! O life by love and peace completely filled! O wealth no longer longed for, but assured! Before mine eyes the torches four remained on fire, and that which was the first to come began to grow more luminous, and such in its appearance it became, as Jove would come to be, if he and Mars were birds, and interchanged the plumage of their wings. The Providence, which there above assigns both turn and office, silence had imposed upon the blessed choir on every side, when,
"If I change my colour, marvel not,"
I heard him say,
"for even while I am speaking, thou shalt behold all these change colour too. He who on earth usurps my place, which in the sight of God's own Son is vacant, of my burial ground hath made a sewer of blood and stench, whereby the pervert who fell from hence is there below appeased."
The whole of heaven I then beheld o'erspread with that same hue which colours clouds both morn and evening when the sun lies opposite. And as a modest lady, who feels sure of her own self, but at another's fault, on merely hearing of it, timid grows, so Beatrice changed her appearance then. And such as hers, I think, was heaven's eclipse, what time the sovereign power suffered pain. Thereat his words proceeded in a voice so changed from what had been its wonted self, that his appearance had no further changed.
The bride of Christ was not by my blood fed, nor by the blood of Linus, nor by that of Cletus, to be used for gain of gold, but for the winning of this happy life. Both Sixtus, Pius, Urban, and Calixtus, after much lamentation, shed their blood. Was not our purpose that upon the right of our successors one part of the folk of Christ should sit, and on the left another, nor that the keys bestowed in trust on me should on a banner come to be an emblem, and warfare wage on those that were baptized, nor I become an image on a seal for privileges venal and deceptive, which often make me blush and flame with wrath. Rapacious wolves, disguised in shepherds' clothes, are seen in all the pastures from up here. Vengeance of God, why art thou quiet still? Men of Cahors and Gascons even now prepare to drink our blood. O good beginning, to what vile ending thou art doomed to fall! But that high Providence, which saved for Rome, through Scipio's help, the glory of the world, will quickly succour her, as I conceive. And thou, my son, who for thy mortal weight art to return below, open thy mouth, and hide not that which I do not conceal.
Even as our atmosphere lets fall great flakes of frozen vapour, when the horn of heaven's she-goat is in conjunction with the sun, so I beheld the sky grow beautiful and upward flaked with those triumphant flames which for a while had sojourned with us there. My sight was following their forms, and followed till the mid-space, by reason of its vastness, prevented it from passing further on. Thereat the lady, who had seen that freed I was from gazing up, said,
Lower now thine eyes, and see how far thou hast revolved.
I saw that since the hour when I had first looked downward, I had moved through all the arc the first of climates makes, from mid to end. Past Cadiz hence Ulysses' insane track I saw, and nearly to the seashore where Europa made herself so sweet a load. And of this little threshing floor much more would have been shown me, but the sun was circling beneath my feet, a sign or more removed. And my enamoured mind, which in my lady always takes pleasure, more than ever now was burning to restore mine eyes to her. And if or art or nature e'er made baits in human flesh or in its painted forms, to catch men's eyes, and capture thus their minds, they altogether would seem naught compared to that divine delight which on me shone, when to her smiling face I turned around. The virtue therefore which that look vouchsafed removed me from fair Leda's lovely nest, and urged me on into the swiftest heaven. Its nearest and its most exalted parts are all so uniform, I cannot tell which Beatrice selected as my place. But she who saw my wish began to speak, and smiled so happily, that God appeared to be rejoicing in her countenance.
The nature of the world, which quiet holds the centre, and around it moves the rest, beginneth here, as from its starting point. And this heaven hath no other where than in the mind divine, where kindled is the love which turns it, and the power itself rains down. One circles light and love encircle it, as it the other heavens, and he alone this precinct understands who girdeth it. Its motion is not measured by another, but all the others are by this, as 10 is measured by its half and by its fifth. And now how time in such a flower port can have its hidden roots, and in the rest its leaves, hereafter can be manifest to thee. O thou cupidity, that neath thyself dost sink all mortals so, that none avails out of thy waters to withdraw his eyes. The will in human beings blossoms well, but constant rains turn into blighted fruit the genuine plums, and faith and innocence are found in children only, but take flight before their cheeks are covered up with hair. While still a prattler, one observeth fasts, who later, when his tongue is free, devours under whatever moon whatever food, and one who, while still lisping, loves and hearkens to his mother, later on when speaking well would see her in her grave. Thus in the primal sight becometh black the white face of the lovely child of him who brings the morn and leaves the eventide. And that thou marvel not at this, recall that there is none on earth who rules, and hence the human family goes thus astray, and yet ere January's month became wholly unwintered, through the 100th part neglected there below, these upper spheres shall roar so that the storm so long foreseen will turn the sterns to where the prows are now, so that the fleet will run its course aright, and good fruit will follow on the blossom's flower. End of Paradiso, Canto 27.